What's going on, everybody? It's Tony, aka the Friday the 14th, and yes, you are tuning in to Over the Top with Chad and Tony. We had to move some things around. I'm doing like a quick little intro before the intro, just to give you a little heads up of what this is. You'll find out later that we really didn't know what we were going to do with this footage, but come to find out, we're using it for an episode. We had to do this with Chad's birthday before, so it all worked out perfectly. Some scheduling conflicts came up and we couldn't get in the studio together. So shout out Chad. He was performing with Jam Wayne down in Alabama this past weekend. Shout out Chance. We'll be back in studio next week. But this week, you get ScareFest 2024 down up in Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out to the sponsors, Trouble Spirits, Revolution One Media. We don't have the gaggle of wrestlers here. We just have Jason because we're in my nerd room and all that stuff. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe if you're new. If you first time coming across us, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, all that jazz. So let's get right into the motherfucking video.
Over the top with Chad and Tony, talking about movies and wrestling. My chance joins the team, hating on me, Eugene. BJ the DJ keeps the party going. Brandon E brings the heat. We don't know how to speak. Running wild on you, brother. We're over the top. Rocking it back to the vintage scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. With epic thumbnails from the vids, it's a must-see. Gonna bring you the best legends you remember from the ring and silver screen. We're over the top. Get ready for a good time.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Over the Top with Chad and Tony. I'm Tony, aka Friday the 14th. I don't know what I'm going to do with this episode, what we're doing with it. It's kind of on a whim. I'm here at my house, not at the studio where we shoot Over the Top and everything. This whole trip was kind of on a whim. It's ScareFest up in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a horror convention. I took some video while I was there to kind of give people that's never been to a horror convention or any kind of convention at all a little inside look at it. In my opinion, it's one of the best horror conventions here in the Southeast. I've only been to a handful of them, period, but I've been to Days of the Dead in Atlanta. It was good. It was just really confined in a hotel and in the bonus rooms off of that, and you're really close together. And then we have the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival here in Nashville, and it's getting bigger every year. It's getting better and better. It's nowhere on the level of Days of the Dead or ScareFest, but it's good enough. I've met some awesome people there. I met Nick Castle there. I met Tom Morgan there. But it's getting better. That's what I'm hoping on. I attend it every year and all that, but ScareFest is my favorite. This is, I think, my fourth or fifth time going to it. First time was in 2016, but this year was on a whole different level. I've seen videos of Texas Frightmare and how busy that gets. And I'm assuming this may have been on that kind of level. But the day that we went was Saturday, October, what is today? Today's the 20th. We went on the 19th. It went from October 18th through today, October 20th. But we attended on the Saturday, which is always usually the busiest day at a convention. But it was absolutely insane. The headliner this year was Matthew Lillard. I get it. I mean, he's Scream. He's a huge cast member of the Scream movie. Five Nights of Freddy is a big movie. I saw a lot of kids cosplaying as that. Scooby-Doo, 13 Ghosts. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but I was absolutely blown away with the interest of people wanting to meet Matthew Lillard. His tickets, they did a thing just for him on the days of the event that you got it through the gates, and then you had to get a voucher, and they blocked off time sections for the different groups and everything, so you're not just standing in his line for hours upon hours and not getting to see anything else during the convention. So they made it easier for you in that and everything, which the ScareFest group, amazing people. There's been people chatter on Facebook it was a poorly ran convention. No, this thing, I disagree completely. There may have been some instances in the photo ops. I didn't have any of those, so I can't speak on that. But my experience Saturday during ScareFest was amazing. Everybody was helpful. It was just a lot of people. But like I said, Matthew Lillard was the headline. Skeet Ulrich was there. Pretty much Rose McGowan, Shannon Elizabeth, Devin Sawa was there. The list goes on and on. I'll somehow put the link for ScareFest in the description and all that for it, so you could just get a glimpse of who all was there in the horror movie world. My goal going there was to meet Tyler Main, Danielle Harris, and Scout Taylor Compton from the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. As you know, I've said it many times through the podcast and everything, I am a huge defender of those movies. Absolutely love them. I get the hate on them. I understand it. But me, they're a must-watch during the Halloween week, and they're just fantastic movies to me. But that's just me. Who am I? Exactly. But, yeah, overall, it was a great day. It was just, like I said, on a whim trip. We went up there, came back. I got what I was after and everything, and some. The autographs that I wanted to get, I was able to achieve on cool items and all that stuff. And then I was able to grab some other stuff. So I'll show you what I picked up at a ScareFest. And then, yeah, I'll just cut to some the clips that I took and all that jazz, just to give y'all a little insight of how ScareFest is. All right, I'll just show you like the like toys and collectibles that I picked up before the autographs and everything. Walmart's been having like these little Halloween sections over in the media section, and mine never had any of these, and I found it for like $20 there. But it's from Trick or Treat Studios. It's just a little mini Michael Myers mask. I was wanting to pick it up if I ever came across it at Walmart. I never did, and found it cheaper at the convention than I would have found it at Walmart. So that makes total sense. I got this. I've got a few, as you can see. You've never really seen this on this channel and everything. I have a huge collection. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen like little snippets of it and all that stuff. But you can get a glimpse of my nerddom and everything. And over on that side of the wall over there is all my Halloween stuff. So this little corner is the bread and butter, and then over there are movies, and all my Michael Myers Halloween stuff. But I've got a few of the makers of this mask. I don't know if you can see it. No, it's down here below the camera. But Top Notch Hawks, I think is what they're called. I got a New Blood Jason mask. These are real good quality, leather straps on them and everything. I think these are fiberglass, or I don't know what they're made out of, but they look incredible. I don't have a New Blood mask. I do have a New Blood one, but this one looks much better than that one right there. So this one will go on display somewhere on the shelf over here. But yeah, had to pick up that. Let's see. Like I said, Rob Zombie Halloween movies, I'm a huge fan of. This has been on my radar for a long time. Found it for a great price. I forget who I got it from. Jordan saw it and pointed it out in box, mint, never been opened. This piece, it's a Mezco Cinema Fear Halloween 2. It's like a stylized Michael Myers in a way. But I've got a whole Rob Zombie shelf over there dedicated to Michael Myers and all that, and he's going to fit perfectly on there. Yeah, nerddom at its finest. That's what you're getting a glimpse into my life. And unfortunately, the life of my wife, she has to deal with all this madness. I've seen other horror conventions and seen this guy at the bigger ones like Horror Hound, Texas Frightmare, all that kind of stuff. I think he's the clay guy or something like that. I've seen him on videos, and I've always wanted some pieces from him, but he molds these out of clay himself and everything. But I got the Michael Myers version that he does. Yeah, just I've always wanted some pieces from him. We had a nice little talk and everything. I told him I've seen him on videos and all that good stuff. So had to get that, and then he had a deal going on. You buy two, you get a better price on everything, and especially if you use cash. That's the big thing. Going to horror conventions and stuff like that, take cash with you. You always get the better deal, and autographs, everything like that. It's mainly all cash anyway. So, got the Jason one that he makes as well, and I didn't know this was a feature on it as well. The mask is removable. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. I did it. But yeah, look at it. Freaking awesome. Made out of clay and then hardened up. I guess I don't know the clay process. We just talked about Ghost not too long ago. So yeah, it's kind of like that. They didn't make any of these, but they made clay sculptures at least. Let's just get right into I got 3 autographs. Met Danielle Harris and, like I said, Scout Taylor Compton, Lori, and Annie from the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. And I had Danielle Harris sign my Halloween soundtrack. So awesome. Such a sweetheart. That's what sorry, excuse me. That's what's amazing about especially these actors and everything. Everybody that I've ever come across has been the nicest people ever. Both Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton, I got her to sign my Halloween 2 soundtrack. We sat there and just had conversation. They made it feel personal, and it just made the experience so much better. It's my first time ever meeting them. Yeah, it's just incredible. It's just so cool to be able to get just that little moment to talk to some of your actors that you never thought. I mean, you see them in movies and everything, and I've talked about this with many other people. You don't see drama movie conventions, action movie conventions, and all that. All you see is horror movie. I mean, you have Comic-Con, stuff like that, but anywhere in the U.S., you can find a horror convention at some part of the year. Horror Hound, Days of the Dead, Monster Mania, I think, ScareFest. I mean, there's just so many of them. There's some down in Florida. I forget what those are called. But if you get a chance, attend one. It's so much fun. People are so nice. It's great people watching. The cosplayers are great. You'll see some in the clips that I got and all that stuff. If you're a horror movie fan and never been to one, I highly, highly recommend just giving it a chance. Just go. You'll have the time of your life. It's so much fun. And the main thing that I was after on the trip was to get Tyler Maine's autograph once again. I got it before a few years back on a knife, and it was probably one of the first autographs I got. And I got it done by a Sharpie instead of a paint pen, and the autograph just faded away completely. So I was kind of bummed about that. I got a shadow box for this to go in. This is the Trick or Treat Studios replica Bowie knife and everything. But yeah, Tyler Maine autograph. It's going to go I know exactly where it's going to go. Yeah, super stoked about getting that back in the collection. But yeah, now like I said, I took some clips of the crowd. I think there's some clips of some of the actors and everything. You could barely see Matthew Lillard in the corner of one of them. You'll see Skeet Ulrich for just a flash, and then right after him, you'll see Matthew Lillard up in the corner. I somehow got that because they were super strict on taking pictures around there. But overall, like I said, ScareFest was a blast, on a whim trip. It is my favorite convention to go to. There was a ton of people there. If a lot of people the convention center is big, but there was a lot of people in there. If that's not your thing, then I suggest not going to it. But if you can handle that, I mean, it's so much fun. But I'm still blabbering on all that good stuff. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you to our sponsors, Trouble Spirits. Ryan, the owner of Trouble Spirits, he went up with us and everything. It was his second time going to a convention. He had a blast. Revolution One Media. Shout out to Chad, Chance. Chance went to a haunted house the same night that I went up to ScareFest, and it looked incredible. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with this video. This may come out. I don't know when. We may just throw it out on just a random day. I don't know. I'll see what the guys think. But if you could, we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to us if you haven't already. Share us around. We'd appreciate it big time. Yeah, here's your clips and all that good stuff. And we out this motherfucker.
the party.